This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the UTEP Miners and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Back in Norman, you can feel the excitement building for this Oklahoma Sooner football season. A bounce back year for Brent Venables, 10-3 in the college football playoff, and I can tell you, the Gaylord Family Stadium was one of the most electric I've been at in that playoff run. Can the Sooners rebuild and reload for this season and keep that consistency going with another college football playoff appearance? Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. So Oklahoma's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Miners offense will have the football first. And they'll be met by this defensive front, which can wreak havoc.
Well, this is one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but David, he better have a clock going off in his head in this one, because this is one of the elite pass rushes in the entire nation as well. Their D-line is absolutely stocked and loaded with athleticism, with guys with bad intentions, and they built this D-line specifically for games like this.
Yeah, so he better be on time, right? Like, that ball needs to be able to come out. You just got to be careful. You don't get away with some of those liberties of holding on to the football, extending plays, because those dudes are in relentless pass rush mode, chasing after you. This will be a great chess match.
He'll try it again. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. The Miners headed quickly to the line. To throw, it's Colson. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Sooners offense will now get its first chance with the football. They're led by a sensational signal caller, and Jesse, one thing every elite quarterback knows is where to find the weak spot in the secondary. And there might be a few of them there.
Yeah, there's no mystery where this quarterback is going to be throwing the football and who's going to be trying to pick on. They knew coming into this game this was going to be the matchup they want to take advantage of. Now, David, the defense and their coordinator are going to have to find creative ways to help out this cornerback and use safety coverage over the top, some zone, to try and get him as many doubles as they can. But you can't double cover all game long. This guy's going to be on an island from time to time, and you know that's when the quarterback's going to go after him.
And I was about to say, dude, I'm not giving you that opportunity. I'm not putting him on an island. I'm going to use zone coverages. I'm going to try to hide him as much as I can. You see this all the time. You know you're at a deficiency. How do you mask it? How do you hide it? If he goes one-on-one on an island, that's a bad job calling defense.
To the air on second down. Escapes the pressure going right. And he will get just beyond the first down marker before sliding.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. First carry of the season. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Hauls it in. Looking for room at the 30. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Find some fresh air. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Avant. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to run for it. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown.
He's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Trying play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. On the draw, it's Jones. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Miners will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and take it back. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've got a first down here to open the period. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
Handoff to Xavier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Harris. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? Come on, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted deep in his own end. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Miners in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Back to pass, it's Colson. They're setting up the screen. Oh, my, circle, circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. Shakes off the defender. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Right on the money. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. Well, you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last...
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Pocket breaking down. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Sooners are in the hurry-up.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like, stopping the run game. Like, they continue to have success and have success now on this third down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. First up, a look at James Madison taking on the Liberty Flames. And it's the Dukes trying to win the home opener. They've got the lead midway through the first half. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications. Back to your game in Norman. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll open the second half with a run. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Mateer. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna let it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football. The football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Miners offense all set and ready to start the drive. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Lost a throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Thomas. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. And the Miners moving quickly to the line. And off to Jones. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Colson. Buys a little time with his feet. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Miners will line it up on 1st and 10.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Moving out to the right. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Miners will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Might be calling a hot route. Handoff to the single running back. Makes a man miss. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The run inside. It's Robinson. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Rushes on him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this team.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Going deep. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw. It falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. Down in the play is their sophomore linebacker, a guy they can ill afford to lose. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Running inside, it's Jones. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Looking to throw, it's Colson. He's going for the big play. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Miners will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Looking for room at the 25. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Here's Robinson one more time. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sategna. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Got his man down the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll run for it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Give running right, it's Robinson.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Finding some room. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Breaks into the... Got enough space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. They'll run with Robinson. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Quick handoff. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you could find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
Five defensive backs on the field as they desperately try to keep them out of the end zone late.
22. Check.
Turning to the running game here on third and goal. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Play clock was down to 2 seconds, but they call a timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
Well, that's a huge kick right there, because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big move.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UTEP offense headed out to the field to start this drive. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. And the quarterback takes a knee. You've waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation.